This is a long time coming. Good evening. My name is Colleen Moran. I'm the proud superintendent of North Montgomery School Corporation. It's been my greatest honor to have spent 25 of my 35 years in education at North Montgomery. We welcome you here tonight to honor some of the giants who made the bold decision to consolidate 5 schools into one high school. That was a very challenging decision that impacted our small towns and community. But as we gather here today, I think most would agree that it brought tremendous opportunities to students. I think I've counted like 3 couples that have become married out of the class of 72. There may be more. So as we begin tonight, I would like to recognize some individuals. Ben Miller was one of the 7 original school board members in 1972. Could not be here this evening, but sent a message for me to share. I want to congratulate you and your committee once again for pulling together the 50-year celebration of North Montgomery High School. I think all my former board members would be very pleased with the results of the decisions that were made over 50 years ago. The strong leadership of the superintendent, Ewell McCauley, assistant superintendent, Al Fike, and principal, Bill Crozier, put North Montgomery on the right path from day one. Their leadership was critical in its success. I'm sorry I will not be able to be with you in person to witness the celebration, but I hope he's watching the live stream video right now like some others are doing. He says, but due to logistics of getting back and forth from Florida, some health issues, and being 88 years old has slowed me down a bit. I've always been very proud to have been part of the North Montgomery conception. Please give my best wishes and congratulations to the North Montgomery community. And Ben also assisted us in a presentation tonight. His son, Bill, who is a North Montgomery graduate, couldn't be here, but he provided video footage of the foundation being formed for the new high school, and you will see that later in a video that's been made for this evening. I suspect he may be one of the children that's walking around the footer of the building, but I'm not certain, so maybe some of you can identify who that is. If you are here and able to stand when I call your name, please do so. Mrs. Juanita McCauley is here this evening. Mrs. McCauley is the wife of the late Ewell McCauley, who I mentioned was the first superintendent of schools. We're honored to have you. Al Fike, who was the assistant superintendent when the school was built. He brought his own fully loaded cheer block out here with his family, and we love that. We have Jeff Myers with us this evening. Jeff is a member of the class of 72. His father, Jerry Myers, also served on the school board at the time. His wife, Deb Horney Myers, is also a 1972 graduate. Jeff and Dave have amazing grandsons who have and still attend North Montgomery. His daughter, Mandy Myers Cole, teaches preschool for us at Sommer Elementary, and son-in-law Ryan coaches baseball for us as well. So thank you for being here, Myers family. Did Sabra Wolliver wander in? There's Sabra. Sabra is a member of the class and served on the North Montgomery High School Student Advisory Group that later became the first student council. Sabra co-wrote the Charger Fight song with Gail Hampton Surveys. Her brother Stu currently serves as the attorney for the North Montgomery School Board. Thank you for coming, Sabra. Carl Benford. Carl is a member of the class and was also on the North Montgomery High School Student Advisory Group. He became the first student council president. He recently did a wonderful radio interview with Tom Speaker and radio announcer Dave Peach and our very own North Montgomery High School graduate Curtis Broadstreet. The link to that interview is on the slideshow. And I will have our wonderful social media coordinator, Leanne Thompson, post this later so that you can see the pictures and you'll have the links to check out. It'll also have the recording of tonight's presentation. Did we clap for Carl? And that, my friends, is what happens when Colleen Moran goes off script. All right, next we have David Newhouse and wife Christy Edwards Newhouse. Both are members of the class of 72. David, go ahead. David was also the first class president. He went on to be a pastor, and Christy became an elementary teacher and later a principal. They have made the journey down from Kalamazoo, Michigan to be here this evening, so we welcome them. Ron LaRue, did you sneak in without me meeting you tonight? There's Mr. LaRue. Mr. LaRue was the first agriculture teacher when North Montgomery High School opened its doors. Ag and FFA continue to be a strong field for several of our students. Mr. LaRue, thank you for coming this evening. Mrs. Pat Seal, she's right down here in the middle. Pat was one of our first counselors here at the high school. Her late husband, Ray Seal, was a chemistry teacher who is said to have well prepared many students who headed off to Purdue and other universities seeking science-related fields. Welcome, Pat. Tom Speaker. Tom's here at the table. Mr. Speaker was also a North Montgomery High School counselor and assistant boys basketball coach. As I mentioned, he recently partnered with Carl Binford for a radio interview about the origins of the high school. After a career in education, he went on to write several books, including The Last County Championship, about the Linden Bulldogs winning the last pre-consolidation championship in 1971. Tom and his wife have traveled and led groups around the world. Thank you for being here, Tom. Pat McDowell, he's up here as well. Pat or Tom should really be emceeing this tonight instead of me. You're getting the B team here. Mr. McDowell was a health and PE teacher and a varsity football coach that first year. He is currently an active member of the Montgomery County Retired Teachers Association and leads efforts providing grants for teachers through the Montgomery County Education Foundation. Thank you and welcome, Pat. Ed Stuffle is up here at the table as well. Mr. Stuffle was an industrial arts teacher and also coached. I had the pleasure of working with Ed until he retired. I usually get a sneak peek of him at the annual athletic breakfast in December. It's good to see you, Ed. Alan Hughes, is Mr. Hughes here tonight? Okay. Well, let me tell you about Mr. Hughes anyway. He was a social studies teacher and a tennis coach, and he would be my kind of teacher. He filled the position of someone who resigned on the first day of school. I can imagine what Mr. McCulley and Mr. Crozier and Mr. Fike were thinking about having to replace a teacher on the first day of school. I'm told he jumped right in to teach, and we appreciate those efforts. If you are a 1972 graduate or faculty member that hasn't stood yet, would you please stand now? I've met several of you. Get a good look around. Get a good look around, so after this presentation, hopefully you'll catch up in the foyer afterwards. Now it's time to open the time capsule. So if we could have, we've got Mr. Fike there in the middle. That is the time capsule that came out of the cornerstone that's labeled out there in the southwest corner of the foyer. It was moved during the 2000 renovation in which this beautiful auditorium and field house were added to the school. It's, as I said, located there, and you can see it has a big 1970 limestone label on it. So Mr. Fike is probably the only person here that knows exactly what's in this time capsule. Maybe Carl knows, I don't know, but we're all gonna find out together. So we'll have this distinguished group open up these items and tell us what they are. Oh Oh, David, you can shed some light on this. That'll be great.
I don't remember a thing about it. I just remember being there.
Maybe you'll recognize some things.
That's right. My social studies test in there? The answer's maybe. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well,
From this angle, it looks like a crammed full mailbox. Lots of things.
the very first one I see on here probably relates today as well as it did then. Drinking and smoking in school. That's it.
It's not supposed to be happening now, but
Is that the how-to booklet?
Yeah.
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 what do you
Chart
have?
your roster for football.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
That's good. That's yeah, very first one. And we got beat. Yeah, might have been. Yeah, this was Delphi, and we lost that one 6-0, I think.
You coaches.
Maybe. Yeah, right there.
We'll place these out on a table in the foyer. I'll have some student ambassadors come up and get them so that when you leave, you can take a look.
Pass them out.
Yeah, why don't we split those up and so each of you will have a hand in that.
Yeah. There's a list of everything that's in here.
Oh, why don't you want to tell us what's in there?
Okay.
Okay, that looks very light from here.
And look what paper it's on. Remember? Yeah.
In hieroglyphics. I have in my hand a 1971 silver dollar with President Eisenhower.
That's nice.
Bonds sold by the holding company, corporation, and interest rate somewhere. Program for the first service training meeting. In service. Picture of school board, superintendent, and assistant. I don't know who that younger guy is in there. Corporation of the specifications for the building. Specializations for the list of loose equipment for the building. Copy of the comprehensive study that was done before the decision to build the building was made. Salary schedule.
Oh my.
I'd be curious to know what the starting salary was back in '72.
I've got it here.
What do you have
This
there,
is
Jeff?
salary if you're, let's see, non-degree, zero experience, $6,680.
I'm happy to say today it's $49,000. So, believe it or not, we have come up.
If you go clear up to master's and 15 years experience, $11,100.
We're now up to $73,500, I believe.
Most of them run $7,000 to $8,000. So
Here's an interesting thing. This is class officers. Dave Newhouse, president. Steve Hester, vice president. Then the secretary was Christy Edwards. Dave, did you know Christy at all? Or?
I did. I did.
Seems they got along really well.
Colleen can comment on this. The legal document from 1969 said that the present assessed valuation of North Montgomery Community School Corporation set at $28,300,000 with the present outstanding indebtedness of $187,000. How does it stand compared to today?
Dr. Tharp, are you out there? Is it 1.3 billion now? Or the school board, am I right? My current school board? That sounds right, 1.3 billion, so. Our AV's gone up a little with the businesses that have been added.
This was $28,300,000, $28,300,000 was the estimated value of the school corporation. 4 years ago. I should have invested in that.
We did.
Oh, nice.
What's the date on it?
September 3rd, 7-day work.
What's the headline, Mr. Stuffle? Is it, what's the headline? Anything about the school?
Deja vu.
Yeah, it's like when farmers report the
Must just be in that period of time, that was what was happening, okay?
Here's a,
First day of school, September, after Labor Day probably, back when,
here's an interesting one. It has a really young looking assistant superintendent. Do you have any idea who that could be?
I was gonna say, I think we have a picture of young Mr. Fike and Mr. McCauley and Mr. Crozier scrolling up here. And I know we have Dave and Christy Newhouse's picture. Well, several of you may recognize yourself in some of these pictures from the original program, or the dedication program.
Stand up and count.
Here's an article about Emerson Municipal Athletic Director, Assistant Principal, North Montgomery. God bless Emerson Municipal. Great support for Mr. Crozier. All of us, I'm sure, listed.
Thanks, Tom.
And here's an article about Mr. Crozier of Warsaw. He was a guidance director before he became principal. He had a tough first day. He was sitting in his office, and here came one of the history teachers. Yeah, and he had his keys in his hand. And he threw them out. He said, "Goodbye." So we quickly had to find another teacher for Mr. Allhands. Tough day for Mr. Crozier, but he hung in there, and what a support he was for me, very much so. Pat Seal and all of us. I should mention Pat ought to be up here too, because she was our first guidance director, did such a great job for our kids. Good group of people.
Mr. Speaker,
That,
I did invite Pat and Mrs. McCauley to sit up here with us, but they wanted to see the scrolling pictures, and that's okay, that's okay.
That teacher was Frank Allhands from Coal Creek, and he was the athletic director of Coal Creek, and he also had taught for a number of years in Arizona at a tiny school. And I think at very first day, he was just so overwhelmed. His idea of taking attendance was to look in the first hour of class, and then he would send somebody across the hallway to the office to give it to Mrs. Patton. And when Emerson, in the first teachers meeting that morning, talked about how you would take attendance, that did it right then, because you had to do that, you had to fill out a thing, you had to put it on the door, or somebody had to pick it up, and it was more than he thought he could do. But yeah, that was the funniest thing, and everybody said he laughed because it was something we didn't see forthcoming. And we had some other teachers that had already been at Coal Creek and Darlington and Waytown and Linden that came and really formed a strong nucleus of teachers that filled in a lot of very strong.
Here's a master student list,
Oh.
about 10 pages. I was at Linden, we had 1 page.
Does anybody remember how many total students were in that first graduating class? 174. I'd love to have those numbers today. Closer to that 140, I think. Mhm. Some years it's been less. Mhm.
Here's one of the first key punch that they had for class scheduling and all that. And it, well, no, it was, yeah, that's a report card.
Mrs. Seal, since you're not here and can't man the microphone, we can talk about you, right? Mrs. Seal helped me get prepared for college, and she had me take an aptitude test called the Cooter Aptitude Test. And after we saw the results, she and Mr. Speaker talked to me about it, said that my aptitudes and all the things I was interested in were very similar to people in the military and people that were medical doctors. And so I enrolled at Purdue and majored in physical education with a minor in biology. And, you know, then I became a helicopter pilot. So I'm not sure how that test really works.
Yeah.
But I was in the military.
Remember school insurance? Yeah. $10,000. All the athletes had to have this. And I don't recall too many times that we had to claim on it.
Here's one of the most unusual things in there, it's a cell phone.
I thought maybe there'd be a ham sandwich in there from the cafeteria or something.
Do we have anything else you'd like to share from that parcel?
One thing I want to say, Colleen,
Sure.
if you weren't close to a board member, you never realize what that board went through from pressure, et cetera, from these little towns, because not everyone wanted this consolidation. And I can remember Dad coming home from meetings, and, very distraught. There were threats, there was a lot of different unnecessary things, but he told me one night, he said, Jeff, he said, I never had an enemy till I got on the school board. Now, not to be a downer or anything, but thank goodness that bunch of people on that board were thick-skinned, or this would never have happened, because they took a lot of heat for this, and a lot of backstabbing at different times, but hey, they were all good business people. They were strong, tough-skinned, and that's what made it happen. So kudos to this board right here, these guys, because they don't get commended enough for what they did. So are they out there?
They're out here in this back corner.
Well, see,
Stand up if you're a
I
board
always
member.
wanted to be
Stand up, board
just
members.
Teddy. So
Come
now I
on.
am. So anyway, I just wanted to say that, so they,
And the strange thing is, my grandfather was on the board at what is now Western Boone when they consolidated, and I too know the stress that was shared. I was too young to remember, but my mom said he lost business over it. It was just a tough time for tight communities, and thankfully we had a community that came together, and I'm sure that those years leading up to and that first year were tough, but what resilience and grit everybody showed to make this happen.
and most of them stayed on for 12 years.
That's,
They stuck it out, so
yeah, that's wonderful.
thank goodness.
Anybody want to add anything else? Mr. Fike, did you have anything?
I'd like to take a survey.
Okay.
Bulldogs, could you stand? One bulldog.
3. Indians. Indians. Oh, wow.
And how about the gladiators? And finally, how about the Bearcats?
Any Bearcat? Yay!
Oh,
That's pretty special. Thank you.
Now,
Oh, Athenians!
now how about the Chargers?
I can't believe how old our students are.
If we were only as wise as we are was when we were here.
About that.
Do you have any other thoughts or memories you would like to share? Absolutely.
You know, I coached Linden. We did not lose a ball game in our own gym. Yeah, when I came aboard, talking to Mr. McCauley, he said, "Tom, go ahead and sign your contract." I said, "Well, I'd like to see the school." He said, "Why don't you sign your contract?" And then he took me, and I met Wayne Turtle, who was the delightful principal, about a year ago, and he showed me our basketball gym. And I said, where does everybody sit?" He said, "Well, I'm out of 7 different gyms around the state." But anyhow, it was a great experience. I loved you. He's such a father.
And Mr. Speaker had also shared that when you first got here, the gym floor was still sawdust and
It was beams and sawdust or sand, something like that. I knew we were going to win the thing when we were home courts.
And
I taught physical education, of course, and with no gymnasium. And of course, in the fall, that wasn't too bad of a deal. You were outdoors each day. And if it was inclement, we would have PE class in the south doors there. And I brought in checkerboards and decks of cards. Kids could play euchre or whatever, and that was the PE class for that day. Because the floor wasn't ready. And also I see Brian Biddle out there, and the pool was being built. And the first time they put water in the pool, I walked in the next day. I think they filled it up with a couple hoses, garden hoses. And I walked in, and the pool was brown. It had rust in it. And after all that with the water, of course, everybody was all excited about going in the pool. They had to empty the pool. And you know how when you have a ring around your bathtub? We had a ring around the pool. And we had to have people climb into the pool with scrub brushes. And I think it was maybe the pool company that had to do it. I don't know. You remember, Mrs. McCauley, how that happened? Okay. And they had to scrub it all down with an acid of some sort, get it all cleaned up, and then do it all over again. And so, the anticipation of the first guy to jump in the water had to be put
have any pools in the other schools, and Emerson was really concerned about our swimming schedules, and confided in Tom, what are we gonna do? None of these foreign people can swim.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, unless you were from Waytown, that's right. That's right.
McDowell, can you talk about the little stroll down the railroad tracks to football practice?
Well, yeah, we didn't have a practice field. The one that is out there now is the one we had, but it was basically rock. Just good old Indiana limestone, gravel, and rocks. And so we needed to get some growth grass, and it was going to take, basically it took 3 years. And for 2 years, we practiced wherever we could find it. We actually went to Linden every year and practiced there in that field. We opened up the very first year at Waytown. We held our practices in August at Waytown. We moved all our football equipment over there and practiced. Then eventually we got enough grass on the practice field, and my managers, and Mike Carroll is here, the managers carried a screwdriver with them because every time we found a rock of any size, why they would be digging it up and taking it into the cornfield across the road, which I'm sure that Farmer cussed us for doing that. That eventually, and even today, has a beautiful amount of grass on it. The football field, we were advised to not sod it, and they seeded it with the machine, of course, and by the end of the football season, if you were up in the stands, all you could see was green lines going this way and green lines going this way, about that wide of grass, and everything else was dirt in the middle. And we played our games on it, and Emerson worked very hard getting it to get a good growth of grass for the next few years. And I know it's some of the schools have plastic fields now, but I don't think North Montgomery is going to. And that's okay.
It's not true that football players don't know that the farm here go out to practice.
Oh yeah, we did practice. I said that we went to different places, and that we went to the Farm Bureau, and we walked over. Now you know 231, and you let loose 70 football players to go over there and keep. It's like herding cats, and I believe it was, well, you would know it would be Roy Hurd, okay? And I'm trying to think who the other one might have been. They decided they were going to go over the railroad track and walk that way. And of course the problem was that the train was coming, okay? And so they made it, then I walked into the office the next morning and I told Emerson, we're going to have a school bus to get us over there. And of course at that time, the football coaches drove the bus. You didn't need what you have to have today. And so every day, guys would get dressed, get on the bus, drive over there and practice. And of course you didn't have any lines, we didn't have anything, just green grass. That's all we were looking for. And so that's how we got our football going. And of course, Chuck Kristen and Tom were basketball coaches, and I mean, they didn't really know if they were going to have a floor, maybe ever, during that season. And they were working hard to get it going.
Speaking of basketball, I'd like to ask Dave and Carl, tell us a little bit about early practices under Chuck Preston. They're probably pretty easy, don't they? Dave?
I don't remember the early practices necessarily, but it was an anxious time, at least for me, it was kind of an anxious time because the reputation of all those basketball players coming from the different schools, you only knew them by reputation. So, to be on the same floor together and, we worked this out. We had to work hard, but it brought us together pretty quickly. Once the team was selected and we were getting ready for the season, I remember it as a joyful time. It was hard work, but it was a joyful time.
I would agree, and I just thought the guys that everybody pulled their weight from all the different schools, and because we wanted so much to be a success for this huge fan base that got in the stands at the games. It was just so amazing to see that basketball gymnasium full. That just, for a kid from Linden who'd never seen a gym full, that was something, you know. I mean, it just blows you away to see 3,000 fans all cheering for Montgomery to win.
The average life of a high school program, high school is about 50 years. We're replacing ours right after basketball season this year.
Oh.
And that'll be the first time since it was constructed. So not everybody gets to see the basketball, what we're doing. But we're doing that a lot. We're also, we have some long-term planning. We can find more people, but I think the real turf is here to stay. I think it's here to stay. We're pretty proud of that. It looks beautiful out there, and because of the hard work and people that came before us, we have beautiful facilities here.
Dr. Brown, I might add, speaking of baseball, we have to play our games clean. Because all we got to do is work on it.
That's right.
We have a lot to do. We tried to win down to practice. We tried to win down to days.
That's great.
I was going to add that on the academic side, just the sports, I was impressed that the classrooms were set up as well as they were. And one of my favorite memories is being in Mr. Seal's class, and it was an advanced science class. There were only 3 of us in that class, and he gave us the manual to the brand new planetarium that has not been set up at all. I mean, it was brand new. He gave us the manual and he said, go set this up, put the programs in, get it ready, and we had a great time messing with that. We got equipment. In fact, we had such a great time that we got into trouble because we would turn all the lights off and play hide and seek and a few other things that didn't really fit in the curriculum, but it was the building itself, what was done and what was ready for the classrooms was amazing. It was all brand new. It was wonderful to be able to walk into that, know that we could get started with our education.
Really numbers that I heard, I walked in the door. I was a senior in the state, about to graduate when I had to come here in 1971. And came up to Lisbon for a second, and we were supposed to go to
Yes, Mr. Steele's laboratory, that just walking into that chemistry lab and being able to use that equipment was such an advantage, such an eye-opener for me. I remember my lab partner was leaving it, and the two of us were just a job with all this equipment we used and Bunsen burners, all this stuff we had. I remember at Linden, we had one sink and one Bunsen burner and a couple beakers, that was it. And so I was shocked to see how great a job the school board and the people of our county had funded our school to make this an excellent place for us to learn. Yeah, it was there was a word earlier uttered in the group, I'm not sure, maybe Mr. Pike uttered that word. He mentioned the development of this as a conception, and that got my attention because we all know the stories, and those of us who have children know what that idea means about the pain of childhood. And this experience was painful. Jeff alluded to how painful it was for people who stood in the gap for our class to have this opportunity to be here. It was painful. But all you mothers know the experience of after the baby is born and what joy that is. And we felt that joy in the combined effort of the faculty, the staff, and the school board, and the people and the parents of our school that made it happen. And the joy was worth it all.
That is a beautiful way to end this segment of tonight's presentation. Thank you. Thank you all for being up here and talking about memories and things in the time capsule. We appreciate that. We now are going to have a special video presentation, so our librarian here will come, Kevin Brooks, and he will introduce the video. I'm going to offer to you, if you'd like to come down and sit in the audience so that you can see better, or if you want to turn around like you're the first person in the movie theater, you can do that as well.
All right, good evening. It's a privilege to be here this evening. My name's Kevin Brooks, and I've worked at North Montgomery Schools for 15 years. But this has become far more than a workplace to me. I married into the North Montgomery family. Many of you know my wife's grandfather, Mr. Jim Spencer, who taught social studies for many, many years. My in-laws, Steve Spencer and Julie Stevenson, graduated from here. My wife currently teaches at Pleasant Hill, and just this past year, my oldest son, James, graduated from North Montgomery, and my 3 other children will graduate from here in the next coming years. So I'm standing in front of you because of this legacy that you helped start. I graduated from North in 1997, but not this North. I graduated from Terre Haute North. But interestingly, as I was doing some research, I realized that my high school was consolidated in the 71-72 school year, just like North did. And so in this, learning about these forces that caused kind of the consolidation shaped my own school, my career, and ultimately my family. Being asked to help tell this story felt like a work assignment, or felt less like a work assignment and more like researching family history. Their traditions, pride, and shared challenges, the way this place pulled kids together, these threads are woven through your stories and into the students that walk these halls today. You all were the first ones to ask a very important question: what will it mean to be a Charger? And you answered them through your actions, your friendships, and the culture you built from day one. My hope is that when you watch this video, you'll see the legacy you left behind still living here, alive in our classrooms, in the arts, on the field, and the hearts of our students and our staff today. I hope you are honored by what you created, and I promise we will continue it from the generation of Chargers yet to come. This project isn't over, though. I would love to connect with you, the class of 1972, to hear and record your stories, because your voice deserves to be a part of the history we preserve. Thank you.
In 1970, our community broke ground on a dream. A school built not just of brick and stone, but of vision and opportunity. From the cornerstone to the first graduating class, North Montgomery was founded on unity, pride, and a commitment to excellence. For over 50 years, North Montgomery has been the heart of our community, a place where generations of students have learned, competed, created, and grown. Our history is rich and our traditions are strong.
It was an exciting time. People were excited about it.
Culture shock coming from a little bitty school to a massive school that everybody got consolidated into.
You know, it wasn't a rivalry at all. We came together as North Montgomery Chargers.
Game nights, the gym was completely filled.
When that team would come out of the locker room, it was deafening. I mean, it was just absolutely deafening.
It was Charger all the way. Everybody wore the blue and orange. I mean, you had Charger pride.
But North Montgomery is more than its past.
North Montgomery to me meant being the stepping stone into adulthood. After I crossed that stage, it was time to start the next phase of my life, which in my case was going to college.
It's a place where opportunity meets innovation, where students are challenged to think, to lead, to create, and to achieve.
It's a testament to how great the school is that I would want to come back and teach. Because of course, if I didn't have a good time the first time, I'm sure I wouldn't have wanted to come back.
In the classroom, in the arts, on the field, and through countless activities, our students are discovering their passions and preparing for the future.
Well, I was involved heavily in choir and theater when I was here. Anything and everything of those events that I could.
I would say at North, I'm most involved in our band and theater programs, so a lot of the performing arts. I'm also a student ambassador for Youth Civic Engagement Council, and I'm involved in Ethics Bowl, and I'm also a co-president of the Bring Change to Mind.
Just started cross country this year, but band is probably my biggest activity.
North Montgomery is always creating new opportunities to grow.
We are continually trying to move into more experiential opportunities. Our elective options as well as pathway options ebb and flow with where the student interest is, and so we really want that driving it.
Teachers and staff walk beside them, guiding and encouraging every step of the way.
Mrs. Ireland, with her being my advisory teacher, and I've also had her for a year in middle school, she also helped me get through some difficult things. Sometimes I'll just talk to Mr. Simpkins because he cares.
North Montgomery is more than a school. It's a community, a family, and a promise. From our foundation in the past to the opportunities of today, we are building the future.
Community.
Family.
The culture of it.
Connection.
Good place, as I say, in which to grow up and to learn to be involved.
I think mentorship, that's something that, whether from students or teachers, I've noticed a lot of. It's impacted me in my high school career a lot. Mentorship.
It's changed, but it hasn't changed. That's what I like about this community.
I would say the spirit and the sense of unity and just being a team.
I mean, I spent 4 years here, first freshman class in here, graduated from here 50 years ago, and I've had grandkids graduate from here. I mean, I just love this place, I really do. It's still my heart and soul.
This is North Montgomery.
Mr. Brooks, you outdid yourself, and I know we have several people that you can interview from this class of 72 to add to this, I call it documentary, about this wonderful community. So he has some contact information, but if you have a particular interest in being interviewed, please see Mr. Brooks after this evening's over. Up next, we know that the class had a reunion in 2022. And we even had Carl Benford come and address the class during graduation that year. But we wanted to do something a little more permanent to commemorate the first class and faculty of North Montgomery High School. In order to do that, we called upon some local class members for their insight. And after several discussions with Jeff Myers and Carla Paddock-Vaught and Charlie Ward and Harold Midden, we decided on a special monument to be placed in the foyer. The good people at Allen Monuments, most of whom are North Montgomery alumni, created the beautiful black granite monument placed at the west wall in the foyer. If Randy, Tyler, Shelton, or any other representatives from Allen's are here, would you please stand? There they are back there. Thank you very much. The monument contains the names of every class and faculty member who came together to create the high school. North Montgomery High School is still special due to the foresight of great leaders, the school spirit ignited by the teachers, the club sponsors, and the coaches, and the students who set their differences aside to make their senior year an unforgettable one. I also want to mention that Allen Monuments engraves commemorative bricks for us to fill a pathway leading into the Charger football stadium. They can be purchased for $100, and the proceeds go to our North Montgomery Education Foundation. So if there's someone you would like to memorialize or pay tribute to, there's a section on our website where you can find it. Just go in and do the search box for brick and you'll find it. And if not, just reach out to me at the office and I'd be happy to help you. Before we conclude the evening, I want to thank our current North Montgomery High School principal, Jonathan Guthrie, who isn't here this evening because 4 of my 5 principals are at the annual principals conference downtown, but we've got Mrs. Gephardt here, so we're glad to have her. But I also want to thank our facilities coordinator, Frankie Alexander, and her team, the North Montgomery culinary students, and their family and consumer science teacher, Elise Israel, for making treats for this evening, the student ambassadors that greeted you on your way in, and their sponsor, Karina Vellner, Kevin Brooks, of course, our video creator, Mr. Melvin, the wizard up there, our auditorium supervisor, AJ Rice, our school resource officer that flew the drone for the video, and my administrative assistant and right hand, Jean Moll, who will be retiring with me in June of 2026. This wonderful team helped provide all the logistics for tonight to happen. I'd also like to thank our very special school board members, Michael Shepard, Darren Bechtel, Karen Odell, Teresa Hatke, Gary Bolander, Jess Kane, and Jared Zachary. We will be beginning our November board meeting here at 6 o'clock in just a few minutes. If anyone would like to join, you're welcome. However, we do have a lively school spotlight on Summer Elementary tonight with the Summer Orff Ensemble musical group providing that spotlight entertainment. But now I'd like to invite you to gather in the foyer to see the marker, peruse these documents we're going to quickly get put on a table out there. My student ambassadors are going to come up and help me move those. Enjoy your refreshments and share some memories. Thank you so much for attending tonight, and safe travels.